What's going on? This is Cam Kirk, and this is a behind the cam moment of my first exhibit in Atlanta, Georgia, the Trap God exhibit. So once I had the space, I just kind of went full throttle with the concept. And I remember the first thing I did, I was like, I got the space, I got the art, but that's just not enough. Like, we need the space to feel interactive. It gotta feel real. Like, if I'm gonna bring you to East Atlanta, it gotta feel real. So the first idea that came to mind was like, yo, we need to get actors. We need to get like models that like actually live or work in the trap church type of deal. So the first thing that came to mind was like, all right, this would be crazy, but I need like girls in the kitchen, kind of like they're almost like they're bagging up, they're bagging up. And so I got like 5 girls. I was like, but they all need to be, first I wanted them to be nude, but my sponsors weren't going for that. But I wanted them to be as nude as possible. So we ended up having them in lingerie. So I found like 5 or 6 girls that did it. And they basically worked in the kitchen. They wore face masks and they just were bagging up, baking soda all day, just bagging up. And then one girl would be over the stove, just boiling water all day. So then I was like, that's fire. I was like, but I gotta also bring the church element in it. So I found this white boy that was down to be a priest. So I had like a priest, and he wore a priest outfit. And in one hand he held a Bible, in the other hand he held an AK-47. And he would just walk around the space. And I was like, all right, I need him walking around the space, but I need him interacting with the people that's in here. So I want him to just walk up to people and just say, God bless you, God bless you. Everybody that walks in the room, God bless you, and just walk around the space. And then I was like, the one thing I don't want to have happen at the space is I don't want Atlanta to kind of turn this spot into a party. So I was like, we got to make this spot like only 15 minutes. You can only be in this spot for a limited time. So I was like, I got to figure out a way to get people in and out of the spot so more people can see it without it being overcrowded. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have one guy who's gonna be the owner of the trap, and he's gonna walk through the space every now and then with a pit bull, and he's gonna literally kick people out of the trap, just randomly, just like, get out of here. What you doing in my trap house? Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. So I was like, that's gonna keep people uncomfortable and uneasy and make them really just enjoy the art, but then go ahead and go home so other people can actually come in. So I remember I had the whole plan. The whole plan was down. And I remember even at that time, so this was the first time I did anything by myself and for myself. Like, I didn't lean on any of my friends or any other people I knew in the industry to help promote it or put it out there. I kind of just used my own network and I got it out there. And I remember I took a trip to New York, and I just went door to door to every media outlet, every press outlet. And I just was like, yo, tell them about the idea, tell them about the idea, tell them about the idea. And it went viral from there. Like, the whole concept of it just went so crazy. I mean, they talked about it on The Breakfast Club, XXL magazine, Complex magazine, Revolt TV, BET. I mean, it went everywhere. Like, you can find articles about it everywhere. Everyone was so intrigued about this exhibit opening up in honor of Gucci. Like, what is this? And I remember it just going viral. And I remember the RSVP link we had every day, hundreds of RSVPs every day, hundreds. And I remember at that time, I was getting a lot of pressure from people like, yo, we should leave this shit open for days. Like, we should let people just be able to keep coming back, or maybe we do it for a number of days. And I was very strict on like, nah, one day it's gonna be open for 5 or 6 hours, and that's it. If you miss it, you miss it. It's a wrap. And then I remember, I think we probably ended up with 3,000 RSVPs for the event. And back then, that was just like mind-blowing to me. So I remember the day of the exhibit came, and I remember just being like really nervous, not really knowing what to expect. And I remember that day, because mind you, I didn't tell any of my industry friends. Like, I didn't tell Thug, I didn't tell Metro really. I didn't tell Sonny. Like, I didn't invite no one. I was really just on it like, yo, I just want to do something on my own. I don't want them to feel like they did it for me. I don't want no one to be able to say they helped. Like, I just want to see what I can do if I really did something on my own. And I remember that morning though, it was just crazy. All of them hit me up that morning. Like, yo, why you ain't tell me you had X, Y going? I'm pulling up. Thug hit me, I'm pulling up. Why you ain't tell me you was doing this? Send me the address, I'm coming. And it's still, I'm just like not believing that they really gonna come. I'm like, man, I hope they do, but it's gonna be crazy. I get to the exhibit and the line is like wrapped around the street. Like, it's a crazy line, and I'm just like head blown on just like, wow, this is really, really happening. And we made the event absolutely free. It was completely free to come into the event. And just watching the crowds of people that come, the diversity in the crowd of people that came. I mean, you had older people, younger people, you know, hip hop, people in the industry, people just fans of art. All types of people just came in the room, and I remember just watching the plan just work perfectly. Like, all the actors were in place, all of the models were doing what they were supposed to do, the art. And I remember just feeling in that moment like, you know, like this is a life-changing experience, and things will just not be the same from this point on. And sure enough, it really hasn't. And I remember that night, you know, the time went so fast, but I just kind of remember everybody coming through. I mean, Metro, Sunny Digital, Honorable C-Note, so many people. I don't even want to leave nobody off. So many people came through and showed love. It was just an amazing feeling. And sure enough, probably about 20 minutes towards the end, I get a call from Thug that he's on the way. So I'm really like, oh my God, we killed it. Like, Thug pulls up, the spot is gonna be insane. And Thug pulled up really like right at the end of the exhibit. So a lot of people probably missed him who were there, but he pulls up right at the end. And I remember just giving him a full tour of the space, and he was just like blown away by it. And, you know, me and Thug go back because he remembers, you know, when I was around Gucci, you know, before, you know, any of us really blew up. So he remembered those road trips on the road and everything. And I remember him just seeing the spot, and he just looked to me, he was like, yo, we gotta shoot a video in here. We gotta shoot a video right now. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I wanna shoot a video right now. And shit, if you know the story, that's how we end up shooting Young Thug again. You know, 50 million views later. You know, one of my favorite videos I ever was a part of, one of my favorite videos ever directed, and I'm actually starring in the video. If you didn't know, that's me sitting, you know, standing next to Thug. I actually throw him the bag at the beginning. But no, that was just one of my favorite experiences, and just legendary night, like legendary night.